Why is more stability and arch support better and make a more comfortable work boot? Hi guys, it's Kent here and I'm the podiatrist from docpods and Ergonx, and today we're answering a couple of questions that have come in from the store. So you might already know that we produce the Ergonic Elements work boots, and there's a few features about this work boot that add to the stability in the work boot and also in your feet. So a few of the features are it bends in the right location because it's got a shank and a stiff board that stiffens up between where your big toe bends and the heel. The other thing it doesn't twist too much because it's got the stiff board and the shank as well. And it's also got this really nice arch support orthotic innersole that sits just inside the boot. And you'll see what that does. It raises up your arch and makes your foot more stable. Now these are all the stability features. It also has this, sorry I forgot one, the heel counter. It's a thermoplastic heel counter, a 2mm thermoplastic heel counter that sits inside the boot just to grip your heel and stop your feet from pronating or supinating to make it more stable. So all of those features add to the stability of the work boots. Now you might say, who cares? What's it matter anyway? And if you think of it like the more movement there is inside your work boot or your foot in contact with the ground. So if I've got a foot here, this is the inside of the arch. If your arch is collapsing, the muscles and ligaments need to try and control that collapse to make your foot nice and straight so you can propel off of. It's much like, imagine if we tried to propel off of an ankle that was rolling right out, or a sprained ankle or rolled right in. It's a very inefficient way to walk. So what your body tries to do, it tries to control and make your foot a rigid lever so it can propel effectively off that foot. So the more stability features we have in our boot so the orthotic innersole will help to raise the arch up and keep the foot straight. The heel counter helps to grip the heel and further straighten the foot. And then if we can encourage it to toe off in a normal motion, where the only spot where we really want our foot to bend is through the big toe joint, and that's what having the shank and stiff board, it only makes our boot bend just where your big toe bends. It just means that all of the muscles in your foot will be worked less, so they won't ache as much across the workday. So this leads them less likely to get overuse injuries like plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, heel pain, plantar bursitis, metatarsal stress fractures. The list goes on and on of the things that are overuse injuries related in the feet. So that's why the stability features in our work boots are very, very important to our foot health and to make our feet pain-free across the workday. Now we've been developing the ultra soft orthotic innersole we've had this one over about the last 15 years. And generally we used to use this one for running shoes. And basically what happens is we put the great supportive orthotic innersole to support and cushion your feet in the running shoes. And the running shoe would do half the work and the insole does half the work. Now what we found is when we were fitting custom-made orthotics into work boots, the work boots were lacking. So we designed our work boot, the Ergonic Elements work boot, to function more like a running shoe. So it bends in the right spot, doesn't twist too much. It's got this nice cushion midsole, just like your running shoes. It's got a heel counter, and it's also got a built-in orthotic innersole to help to support and rest your foot. So that's very briefly why the stability features in a work boot or a shoe are very, very important, because they rest your feet and your feet will work less. Check out the work boots that you're currently wearing. Do they bend in the right spot? Do they twist too much? And if your feet are aching, that might be the reason. So I hope this has helped to answer some of your questions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.